Winds and damaging hail is a main concern throughout areas of Montana. You're looking at near Roy, Montana, where hail and winds have broke in the window. Your forecast starts right now. Welcome back and thanks for tuning in to Weather Nation. This is near Roy, Montana, where hail broke through the window and actually started raining in the house. We also had very strong winds associated with this. Montana seems like it's just been getting hit for these last couple of days.
Certainly so, because we've been dealing with these storms. That storm track pushed further to the north. Montana, Wyoming, North and South Dakota. It's around that time of the year when the jet stream starts to lift northward. So typical areas across the south, you're spared. To the north, not so much. And up that way, we go turn to our very own John Van Pelt, or as we call him, just JVP. John, how are you doing out there so far, and where are you?
Hey, Addison. Hey, Kylee. We are in Webo, Montana. And a good thing to talk about that hail, not the fact that it's happened, but the fact when it broke in windows. That's one of the reasons we want people to worry about severe thunderstorm warnings when we have days like this, not just tornado warnings. That hail comes in and breaches the windows, not only rain, but if more heavy wind or a tornado comes behind that, once those windows are breached, it makes it easier for the roof to come off your house. So when you get a severe thunderstorm warning, treat it like a tornado warning and go to your safe place.
Absolutely, and Montana has been very active, very busy for the last couple of days. Do you see any change in the weather pattern anytime soon?
You know, it started off, Kylie, earlier today, very sunny, which we worry about. That heat causes instability. It was very juicy, too, and it actually did develop a tornado, as we saw in the air earlier, right near Baker, Montana. Tornado did touch down. Luckily, a small one on the ground, about 10 minutes. Didn't do any damage in a mostly rural area, but that's the first tornado we've had today that we know about, and this evening is far from over, so people need to stay weather aware.
Certainly so, especially through the evening and overnight hours. That's why we know certainly you have preached before, having that NOAA weather radio handy with you, having your cell phone with you, having your preparedness kit. So hopefully you and your team are prepared for the storms ahead. And speaking of your team, we can get a rare shot of our very own Martin Herrera hiding out in the truck. He's kind of camera shy, but
right
there he is. You ever see his name on the lower third at the bottom of your screen? That's the guy right there shooting that footage.
That's him.
Just wave hi to him. He's a little shy.
Yeah, many people wonder all the time if Martin is real. He is very real.
He's real. He's just a little people shy, so he's just hiding out there. Well, all of you get to a safe location, and we'll be checking back with you over the next several days. That's our very own John Van Pelt.
Thank you so much.
And we'll take a look at some images coming on in across the lower 48, where you can go out to Addison, Iowa. Stormy sight during the early morning hours. Look at all those lightning strikes that were spotted in this one image from Paul Brooks, taking a great shot on Twitter, sharing that with us. Another shot coming from Crestview, Florida. Diana showing us the time-lapse imagery of those storm clouds pushing on in and the heavy rain coming on down in the distance. That's where the visibility is reduced, and you kind of see those gray streaks. Dealing with a rain shaft right there. And we certainly can get that coming by across the Plain States, and comes from sites like this big guy right here, Pompano Beach, Florida. During the afternoon hours on Saturday, one potent looking severe thunderstorm coming on in. That's a shelf cloud right there. You're seeing the leading edge of that severe thunderstorm, and sometimes those guys can tower 50, 55, maybe close to 60,000 feet in elevation. Put that in perspective, commercial jetliner, typically flying around 35,000 feet. So this is going way up above you. Abernathy, Texas, also another site, a little bit more obscure because there's more moisture over around that way, but definitely looking at a strong thunderstorm. Cache, Oklahoma as well, another one producing a lightning strike. And we can see go out to Ebro, Florida. Sherry Zizzle showing us the not so friendly skies that were out there earlier on Saturday. Roy, Montana, like we were showing you earlier on those videos, hail busting windows, doing a lot of damage to the siding. And sometimes they can be even that size, about quarter to maybe half-dollar size in diameter, and still cause a lot of devastation. Some of the hail reports coming on through, anywhere between 0.7 of an inch to 2 inches or so in Montana. Another image coming in of the wind report, 63 to 80 mile per hour wind gusts coming on by. Take a look at the forecast for the mid-level spin for Sunday. That storm track still up to the north, and this is how it's going to be for Sunday. The outlook still across the northern sections of the country for states like Minnesota, North and South Dakota.